they always said I'm wrong, but what they doing today? I think they want me gone, but I ain't going away. They told me I was wrong, but look at my ass today. Da 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 da.
Yo, what's up everyone? I'm Akeem Balaam on The Real Sports Talk. So what's good on the internet, what's good in life, what's good in sports, and what's good is the United States men's basketball team. Team USA, once again, winning gold, successfully defending their gold medal from Beijing after defeating Spain in this year's gold medal game by a final score of 107-100. Kevin Durant, all those three-pointers and 30 points as it turned out at the end of that game, in addition to 9 rebounds. LeBron James capping off a banner 2012 year in basketball, and there's still this upcoming NBA season, of course, to go, but I'm going to get to that in a little bit. But starting out this game, the United States was up by 8 at the end of that first quarter, and really they were up by 8 on the backs of some huge three-pointers. Really, it was a three-point shooting contest. I mean, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, but also on the Spanish team, Juan Carlos Navarro, who, if I'm not mistaken, he had 17 or 19 points by the end of the first half. But you know, they couldn't stop Juan Carlos Navarro. I mean, early on when he had those three-pointers, I mean, he was single-handedly at first keeping Spain in that game, and it just sort of propelled them throughout the game. First, it was Juan Carlos Navarro who showed, of course, in that first half why he is indeed the team captain. Then it was in the third quarter when United States and Spain had nobody outscored each other. It was 24 apiece in that fourth quarter, when it was really Pau Gasol who had 15 points in that quarter alone. In addition to the 24 he wound up being the leading scorer for the Spanish team. But he had 15 points in that third quarter, and there were some really tense moments, but you had to expect that with a team like Spain, with all their bigs and all their NBA talent on that team, between Pau Gasol, Marc Gasol, who at the end of the first half, Marc Gasol had 4 fouls. And remember, as they talked about on NBC, in international competition, when you have 5 fouls, you're out of the game. It's not like in the NBA where they give you 6 fouls, and certain things also happen. Not to mention technical fouls are counted as personal fouls in Olympic play. But you got to remember, Marc Gasol, that was a huge thing in that game. He's one of their bigs, 17 points at the end of the game. But at halftime, he wound up with 4 fouls, one more, and he would have been gone. And that was something that they really talked about. And Sergio Scariolo, the coach of the Spanish team, was really having a dilemma, trying to make sure if he wanted to keep Marc Gasol in that game. Early on, everybody was calling fouls. I mean, it seemed like once again a redo of the 2008 gold medal game when there was all those fouls called. They called 34 fouls on both teams at halftime. In the first half, they called a combined 34 fouls. Now they wound up calling 20 in that second half, but overall 54 fouls, 27 each for both teams. And once again, the difference wound up being Kevin Durant with all of his three-point shots. He had 30 points, and LeBron James had 19. But you know, Chris Paul also had some big plays in that fourth quarter with a 3 and also with a baseline jumper, as they mentioned, and all that eventually turned into a win for the United States. They outscored them in the fourth quarter 24-18, and as a result, the United States is once again your gold medal winners. Once again, congratulations to Team USA, Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski, everybody on that team, as they are now repeat gold medal winners from Beijing, now in London, defeating Spain by a final score of 107-100. I will admit, I was thinking, you know, the United States sort of looked out of sync in that second quarter, which had me nervous. Was thinking, okay, Spain is hitting threes, they're getting to the free throw line. The United States is not shooting threes because they're having to settle for foul shots. So there were some tense moments in that game. But again, as I mentioned earlier, you had to expect that with a team like Spain. There's a reason why, if not for the United States, they probably would have won gold in Beijing. And once again, if not for the United States, of course, they probably would have won gold here. But as they mentioned, Spain had a couple of losses, and the United States has gone undefeated throughout this tournament. It really would have been a shame in some ways if the United States would have wound up losing the gold medal game after going undefeated throughout the Olympics, and then Spain with 2 losses would have won the gold medal. But that's the belly of the beast sometimes. But that's another conversation for another day. Once again, congratulations to everybody on Team USA. Kobe Bryant, which is his last Olympics, and you know he was going to have a big game, 17 points. You know he wanted this bad, going out and leaving the Olympics on a high note, a la Michael Phelps, a la Missy Mae Traynor and Kerry Walsh Jennings. 2 other Americans who are retiring from their respective, or rather 3 other Americans rather, that are retiring from their respective sports, swimming and volleyball. So that is in many ways a story of this Olympics. Guys retiring after so many years of Olympic play, guys and girls, as a matter of fact, guys and girls retiring and going out on high notes. And I think we learned something this year between the NBA season and between these Olympics that if we just witnessed, it's pretty obvious who the 2 best players. We knew this going into, but this is just a referendum once again. Between this past shortened NBA season and these Olympics, it's pretty obvious who the 2 best players are going into the future in basketball, rather LeBron James and Kevin Durant. So once again, congratulations to Team USA for their 2nd consecutive gold medal, 2008 Beijing, 2012 in London. So did you see the game on NBC? Were you nervous, particularly in that 2nd quarter when Spain had outscored the US 31-24? Rate, comment, react, reply, add, and subscribe. Look forward to reading your comments. I'm just one guy talking about the Olympics. So until next time, LI495, Akeem Balaam on The Real Sports Talk. Congrats, Team USA. Once again, see you on the internet someplace.
Just a little ways around the corner from fear. Be there by next year, where I'm going.